In the unceasing drama carried by time, unceasing drama, well, drama, the time continuously goes on like that. Unceasing drama, unceasing drama. Why is it drama? Because it has to meet all kinds of forces. The forces which take you forward, the forces which you pull back also, you see. The conflicting forces, the divine, anti-divine forces are there, helpful, and stupid forces are also there, all kinds of forces. So therefore it is a drama of all these forces acting and coming together, you see. In the unceasing drama carried by time, on the long listening flood that bears the world, it is the stream of time, stream of consciousness, which is really carrying on its bed, the world, on its long listening flood that bears the world. Insoluble doubt on a pilgrimage without goal. Doubt is on a pilgrimage. It wants to reach a temple, but it does not know that it is a temple. It wants, see, in fact, this is exactly the state in which our mental faculties work here. Yes, you are looking into the mysteries of matter. Yes, you are trying to understand the biology of systems. All the sciences are there. They are probes. But you don't know what is that you are really. It is a pilgrimage. Definitely it's a pilgrimage. But you don't know what exactly you are going to get. There is no goal at all, you see. In our case, a laughter of sleepless pleasure, foamed and spumed, and murmurings of desire that cannot die. So we are constantly striving, there is a constant aspiration also there. A cry came, or the words delight to be. So the words delight, that should be here. It is that cry which is coming up, and he is able to hear that thing. The grandeur and greatness of his will to live. Yeah, you see, that is the will to live, to exert yourself in existence here. Be affirmative in life, you see. The grandeur and greatness of its will to live. Recall the soul's adventure into space. While the soul has plunged into space, it is recalling, and because of that plunge of the soul into this inconscient material world, that it is striving, it is working, it is doing something, you see. Recall the soul's adventure into space, a traveler through magic centuries. Yeah, the soul is really going from level to level, from consciousness to consciousness. It is a travel. In fact, this soul, in a general way of in a very particular way of speaking, we can say that it is the divine Agni, the psychic being, and he is a traveler. He is the one who moves from life to life. He is the one who carries things forward. He is in the stream of time and doing things. Recall the soul's adventure. He has come here and say, traveler through the magic century, and beings labor in matter's universe. Beings labor in matter's universe. Yes, he is here, and why? What is he laboring for? That matter sees material reality. That matter opens out to the nobilities and forces and powers of life. That matter sees the grandeur and greatness of mind and ideas and thought. That matter sees the possibilities that can come into it from the world of the spirit. It is that which is seen. Beings labor, that is the labor in matter's universe. That even material manifestation should be full of all its possibilities. Today, matter is not capable of holding life in its purity and form. Today, matter is not able to hold mind and other powers in its capability. So it has to open out like that. A traveler through the magic centuries, therefore is a traveler, you see. And being, in fact, traveler, the Vedic Rishi speaks of Agni as a traveler and worker. He is Agni, he is a traveler as well as the worker. And he has been sent inward. That is what Bhagavan, he has been sent inward. In fact, it is the inward description of all that you see here. He has been sent inward, you see. And it is that traveler from life to life is carrying on the work. And that is the work which is being said. Through the magic centuries and beings labor. So travel and labor, both of them are there, you see. Worker, he is a worker also. In search for the mystic meaning of his birth. Why it has come here? It is in search of that, you see. A joy of high spiritual response. its throb of satisfaction and content in all the sweetness of the gifts of life, its large breadth and pulse and thrill of hope and fear, its large breadth of pulse and thrill of hope and fear. What a line again. It's an absolutely pure monosyllabic line. You see. See how the poetry changes completely, you see. Its large breadth and pulse and thrill of hope and fear. It kind of hammer beats. Yes, 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 yes. All these things should happen. Pulse and thrill, hope, fear. Yeah, all these things are there. Now this line, see, well, actually, its last breath is 1 foot. Second foot is and pulse. Third foot is and thrill. Fourth foot is of hope. And the last foot is and fear. Now, second, third, fourth, fifth, all these 4 feet are I ams. And punch and thrill of hope and fear. Short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. I am. The first foot is a different foot. It's large breath. Now here, both of them are accented, large and breath. So you have got here short, long, long. That is called antibachius. The foot is named antibachius. So you have got antibachius and 4 I ams in this line, you see. Now, had he simply put its breath, forget about large, the line still remains pentametric. Line still remains. Its breath and pulse and thrill of hope and fear. Now you can see it becomes monotonous. Repetition of I am, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. It brings a kind of a monotony in the movement. But that monotony is removed by changing the first foot. Its large breath and pulse and thrill of hope and fear. Now, not only that, see, I cannot make it like also like its breath, its breath and pulse and large thrill of hope and fear. I can't change this large elsewhere. I can't put this large elsewhere. It has to be only in this place. I can't put the large the pulse or large thrill or large hope or large fear. You see. It has to be only here. You see. So the most appropriate word in the most appropriate place, mawjust. You see, it has to be there, mawjust completely. So the monotony is removed. That is the poetic art. See, not the Shebendo or the poet is thinking and writing or changing like that. It comes to the power of inspiration. The inspiration itself brings its art completely. Its large breath and pulse and thrill of hope and fear, its taste of pangs and tears and ecstasy. See, again, the monotony is removed by changing these feet, you see. Its taste of pangs and tears, its taste of pangs and tears and ecstasy. So, 4 I am and last foot is pirik, short, short. Ecstasy, ecstasy. Its rapturous poignant beat of sudden bliss. The sob of passion and unending pain, the sob of passion, of his passion and unending pain. Well, that is what he is describing of that cry. Then the murmur and whisper of the unheard sound. The sounds are unheard, but still there is a murmur and there is a whisper of the sounds, you see, because the subtle senses are awake there. See. The murmur and whisper of the unheard sound which crowd around our hearts and find a window to enter, swelled into a canticle of all that suffers to be still unknown, and all that lives merely to be born, and all the sweetness none will ever taste, and all the beauty that will never be. Inaudible to our deaf mortal ears, that is the pity, that is the indignity on us. Our ears are not only deaf, but they are mortal also. See? Mortal ears, inaudible. See, actually, this is a kind of mortal is a transferred epithet. It applies to mortal, our, essentially. Inaudible to our deaf mortal ear. The wide verdisms, wow, the stupendous chant in which, to which life tries to fit our rhyme beats here, melting our limits in the illimitable, melting our limits in the illimitable, tuning the finite to infinity. Well, this is a play going on. Low muttering rose from the subconscious. So while these things are happening from above and coming from outside, now things are kind of rising also from below, you see. Low mutterings rose from the subconscious caves, from all the internal guhas which are there, they are throwing their voices here. The stammer, the primal ignorance, yeah, we are there, the primal ignorance is there. And it, yes, I'm here, I'm ignorant. Do something for me also, please. I'm foolish, I'm stupid, I'm false. See, I mean, those are the murmurs coming out. The stammer or the primal ignorance, they're stammering because they cannot spoke out clearly enough what they want to do. See. Answer to that inarticulate questioning, they are stood with lightning neck and thunder's wing, a radiant hymn to the inexpressible. Now, here the wing, here the hymn is personified. The hymn is personified. They are stood with lightning neck and thunder's wing, because it's coming down suddenly, so it's kind of a lightning, and therefore the neck is lightning. You see, they are stooped with lightning neck and thunder's wing, a radiant hymn to the inexpressible, and the anthem of the superconscious light, a radiant hymn to the inexpressible, and the anthem of the superconscious light. This is sheer poetry, you see, a radiant hymn to the inexpressible, and the anthem at the present point. It is that which is coming down, you see. All was revealed there, none can ever express. Vision and dream were fables spoken by truth, or symbols more veridical than fact, or were truths enforced by supernatural seal, stamp of kingliness or royalty, you see. Yes, it is there. Were truths enforced by supernatural seal, symbols of things. Now he is going to describe some of these things here. Immortal eyes approached and looked in his. Now all the gods and goddesses are coming here and looking into his eyes, you see. In fact, that is what Shivandu saw in the very early days itself. All the very goddesses and gods are there and they are looking into him, telling him, yes, I am here, I am here, I am here. You see. Immortal. So this is a purely autobiographical also. In fact, the whole description, but here you have got a specific instance in the life of Shivandu. Immortal eyes approached and looked at him, and beings of many kingdoms neared and spoke. Yes, they are coming to him and telling him all that thing. The ever-living whom we name as dead could leave their glory beyond death and birth, to utter the wisdom which exceeds all praise. The ever-living whom we name as dead, who are living in the world soul, who are there, they are coming and telling him this. Well, actually, one good example of it could be Dante is taken around this world, the lower world, by Virgil. It is he is coming and telling him like that. So this is kind of that description you see. In the Inferno and Purgatory, it is the Virgil who becomes the guide of them, you see, and take them around, you see. The ever living, he is the ever living, that Virgil, so to say, and he is taking the ever living who we name as dead, could live their glory beyond death and birth, to utter the wisdom which exceeds all praise. The kings of evil and the kings of good